The Danders frames, I hate you. Why does a raid frame need to handle mouse over macros anyway? Like, how about you just stay in your lane?
You were warned, Umbric. The terrace is forever closed to you. Now leave before...
Of course he left a message for me. I'm afraid you'll have to incapacitate the guards.
So I probably should have wild growth before Trank, but Trank is plenty strong.
How I've missed this library. But we can't afford to linger here.
Unauthorized entry, please hold. You'll go no further, Umbric. These new defenses were specially made with you in mind.
I seem to be...
I think we could pull half of them onto the boss.
construct ahead is heightening
Well, no, we
Robert's
could just do all of them. We'll just give it a
Destroy
try.
it.
It'll be fine.
All students must follow policy. Policy demands compliance.
So I have no Trank.
Suppressive measures necessary. Enjoy detainment.
Have a button.
Compliance is not optional.
I convoked in Moonkin for him. That's not ideal.
Proceeding with impairment. Refueling. Please stand by.
Thank you.
A crude solution, but effective. The Cynosure should be just ahead.
Racers is pretty big. And they have haste. I gave you Iron Bark and you said woof woof. Is it? Is that what you? Is that your cooldowns? Woof woof.
stand down. I have permission from Lorthamar himself.
Liar! None shall lay hands on the Cynosure. The Cynosure remains here. Deal fit all!
Restrain him. I'll take care of these shields.
Your fall is written.
If you're chaining, can you like keep it up longer?
Speak no more! I am unrelenting. Marked for defeat. Silence!
Get in the pink, get in the pink.
Marked for defeat. Speak no more! I am unyielding. You shall not...
Help me remove the wards around the Cynosure.
It's coded as a ranged too, so like you get ranged abilities on you. Yeah, it's like
The void has broken through. We're too...
oh, you're a dragon. So we're not death skipping this one, or we are? Okay. There should be worms all over this place. That'd be cool. So I thought my name was like cute and describing like um herbal, and then someone told me yeah, and then like I started playing this character again, and people are like, is that like a sex joke? I'm like, what? Yeah, and I'm like, well, I don't really like being the female Tauren, even though it says her like in the name. I don't know. I'll be a male Tauren. Yeah, so I've been thinking of switching the name because I had no idea. Yeah, like I was a little stoner 8 years ago. Maybe I'll go back to my first druid's name, which was Ferret Fang. I was like 9 or something. Yeah, my friend was named Bearclaw, so I'm like, oh, I could be Ferret Fang. Good, good. Welcome, Voka as a Moonkin. One minute in, so 10 seconds. Oh, a little less than 10 seconds, I lied. I think so. Mine did. We have to restart the death skip. Yeah, we have to be together more, I think. Cause like the fear. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, are those guys always there? Yeah, they're always there. Yeah. Shaman's a little better at healing, like a death skip. I think you can be in combat, doesn't drop it. I think it's once we got inside, yeah. I like feel faster when I'm a cat, but I know it's not true. I don't understand why Druid gets feline swiftness not in cat form. It literally doesn't make sense, but
Champion, I know what to do. I'll need to
ah,
attune the
I'm
finisher
feared.
to the Void Storm. What is that monstrosity? You keep it occupied while I channel the spell and end this chaos.
No way, Medi's rezzed me from all the way down here? Yeah, maybe I like gnomes if they're made of metal. I'm afraid that if I take this res, it's gonna pull these 3 little dudes. Oh! You got the cables? Oh. All players in 50 yards. I think the big void walkers do at the top. I'm up top, top, top. Okay, you got it. She got it, so.
Your efforts were always in vain.
I think I'm safe to take.
You dare? Then die,
Man, Swiftmend is so good.
sealed in darkness.
Like,
The void hungers. Shattering shadows.
I got it. If you miss that soak, you basically just lose. It does like 3 times as much damage as it should. Sorry, I shouldn't have dispelled you there. On 15, it basically was 100 to zeroing people,
Devours.
uh,
Shattering shadows.
in max gear.
It is done. We have our way into the Void Storm. Let us inform Lorkamar. And perhaps offer an apology for the near catastrophe.
Intellect trinket. Is that a demon hunter trinket? Oh. Oh, it's an agi trinket too, our mistake. For some reason I thought that you could trade trinkets for, that doesn't make sense. In dungeons, they're fine now?
You like? Many farewell.
So we're going south to Windrunner? I don't understand why they would patch the tech to insta get to your thing. So I really need a weapon,
Lycoon Athran is overgrown. Help
but
my
ultimately it
Frostriders
doesn't
clean the
matter
area.
because if like ultimately it would be better to get everything except for weapon and then craft the weapon because when you use currency to craft the weapon, uh, My cat's yelling at me. I'm gonna open a can for her. But I'm already inside, so let me know. She's like really old, and she's underweight. It's like, so I've been feeding her as much as I can. Problem is she's caught on, so it's not really a problem. It's what I wanted, but still. We can do first pull without you. It's okay.
My sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, the Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm. Which path will you choose?
What do you mean by here? It's okay, we have one damage dealer. I see a druid on the bars. Yeah, I also... It's a hard pull to be doing for over a minute and a half.
Barisa was the peacekeeper of our family. She spent many days tending to the gardens here,
Okay.
but the wilderness has overtaken it now. The soothing sounds of my harp brought Barisa
I'm
joy
stunned.
beyond measure. I'll need that relic.
Sir? I'm way over behind. I got frozen trapped in the doorway. Yeah. I got behind because I was trying to heal people the whole way up, and then I got frozen trapped in a doorway because. So they just made changes. Follower companion damage in dungeons increased by 10%. Number of torrents reduced to 2 on mythic difficulty was 4. I think that's the thing you soak. Ritual concoction increased to 30 minutes, was 10 minutes. And it persists through death. Light bloom overgrowth periodic damaging reduced to 66. So Guardian Druid global incurred from Ravage is now 1.5 seconds. Paladin fixed an issue that could cause Beacon of Light to script air if the Paladin wasn't present. Fixed an issue that caused Eternal Flame to be weaker than intended. So Eternal Flame was weaker than intended. And Divine Resonance now functions with Hammer of Wrath. Okay, so they buffed Paladin, which makes me sad. Uh, get these boots, these boots. It's like gun shoes. So we failed the death skip 3 times. So instead of saving 3 minutes, we added 5 minutes. Or we added 10 minutes to our playtime. So I kind of like casting Life Bloom, letting it get to 2 stacks, and then casting it again, because it's like pandemicked at that point. I like that quite a bit, actually. So what I read is you wild growth, and then you just regrowth. Oh, that's what happened. The little guys came out of the bush. I'm starting the RP.
Well now, that dragon hawk seems to have stolen my heart. She won't let you close without a fight.
I probably shouldn't have convoked. Yeah, he did it to me too. Look at Yuka though. Is that raise thing still a 1 second cooldown, or is this already live?
Beautiful. She reminds me of Arisa. My sister was also ferocity itself if her family was threatened. Come, let's find the next relic. Sylvanas didn't ask to be Ranger General, but she gave everything to the task, including her life. She trained with a bow gifted by our mother. Undead fanatics have invaded to loot it and anything else that belonged to her.
Man, not having a life bloom missing Reclear really sucks. Ah. So I'm gonna have to spend like 6 hours
Our
on my
mother's bow
UI.
meant everything to Sylvanas once.
Cause my Druid
I'll
UI,
never
I'd like to have the life bloom like right above.
You shall not take
That'd be
the
good.
halls of our queen! Darkness lingers!
It fixates two people, you don't have to kill it.
Pierce your mind.
So you need to use this heaving yank to interrupt debilitating shriek. Otherwise, she'll just keep shrieking, and he'll.
Sylvanas was sometimes vain and loved to be admired, but she never wanted to be worshipped. Come, we have one more relic to find.
Yeah, I'm taking your woman and your legs. Because I'm horrid or something? We can give it to Ghost if we need to, but I'd like it. Wait. I like that wild growth is really good. It's pretty fun. So I kind of want single button assistant.
Alaria hunted the old horde with a ferocity bordering on obsession. For good reason. They took my life, savaged our home.
Okay.
One of Alaria's scouting maps is within.
I'm starting to get really hungry.
Seems to have called
I
up
wish I would have
visions of
called
legends past.
leveling my
We'll need
evoker
that
a little
back
sooner so I could have eaten. Like, that's what I was trying to do when I got told it was time to play. Starfire! Oh, he's dead.
Windrunner, you'll pay!
Good.
Taste my axes! Druid! Take them!
We can't even death skip anyway, it's okay to use the best resist. So one thing I learned is that what? So I think you want to take the boss onto the big guy. Because he does damage to the enemies with the Blade Storm. I didn't know that until today. So I think you wild growth, then regrowth, and then probably either the third or fourth global you'd rejuve the lowest health target.
We've done it. One last task remains.
Both of the items I got have leech on it. Yeah,
I'll use these
big
relics
stacks.
to return peace to the spire. Perhaps then my sisters will return to me. There, the restless heart that haunts us. Please, lay it to rest.
I swear I didn't know. I didn't know. Convoke Moonkin. I mean, I'm not playing optimally for DPS. And I think it's kind of like a bait. Like, if you're gonna be safer as a in Moonkin form, then it just makes more sense to play Moonkin form.
At last.
I
spirits
got
that
it!
linger within these
Haha!
walls have found peace. I hope that one day my sisters will be able to do the same. As for myself, I shall fill these halls with music until they return home.
So we go to Mayasara?
Champions.
Or is that in Harandar or Zulaman? Oh, it's in Zulaman. Okay, we can. I think Den of Nalarak is closer to where we are. Oh, but I Hearthstone for some reason. So we're going to Nalarak then? Uh-huh. I think I did some dungeons on my main before I realized it wasn't that good of a thing. Yeah, it's good for like a healer so that you can practice healing, right? Like you can't practice anything in like useful.
This must be the fire liners you spoke of. Sit. We will
Same.
start a ritual, but be ready. This is the lower of war. Whatever he dreams of, we must complete the trial.
Do not worry about your friend. They will be Hashe, Nalarak, the dreamer. The lower of war will test their strength.
I think it takes a long
The
time. True
Hashe's
said, "Oh,
only
you
as
can do it in 4
strong
hours."
as
I'm
their
like, I
warriors.
can't. I
So
can't do
you
it in
too will be
9
tested
hours.
in Nalarak's dream. The Lord dreams of the Amanis past, when the
I
winter
took
was their only foe,
I took like
preparing
11
for
hours
it
my
will
first
be their
playthrough.
first trial.
Voidstorm side quests were the longest ones, I thought. Like this zone side quest and the other plant zone, I liked those ones. Overall, I liked the questing.
In the winter, there were those like the Horde
I don't
Warrior,
have
each
Play-Doh right
one
now.
burden others. Their
I'm
Mani
going
Ashe
fishing.
use their most trusted warriors to eliminate them for the good of the tribe.
I'm fishing. Don't die. The fish are not biting. Maybe it was because I was in cat form?
Well done. You just might survive.
Whatever you did to live, I'm surprised you did. I like that healer job. I think it's pretty fun when there's like healer jobs where you get to go off and do something to help the team. I like it this season. Like, I didn't dislike it like super hard before, but
Well done. You just might survive.
I didn't love it like before. What I didn't like is I had to maintain there's like one or two too many things I had to maintain. And now that I don't have to maintain what's it called? Floor um efflorescence? Now that I just have to maintain my life bloom, it doesn't feel so bad. But maintaining everything felt really, really bad. Thank you. Did I sneeze on stream? I try not to. I try to just turn up the microphone so it's not on the stream. Ah! No, well, thank you.
Well done. Like a living
Mysterious
giant, some branches
Grimoire.
must be cut
What is
so
this?
the others may live. The tribe survive for now.
I think he like gets to half health and then he like teleports further, right? Am I wrong? Oh. You have double bark now, so uh, I tried it. I failed as well.
Seasons in the lowest mine are changing. All you can do is take shelter from the rising
The
winds.
thing I like about Druid is you have a 1 minute and a 2 minute. Well, I guess it's a 2.5 minute cooldown, but like having a 1 minute feels really good. I thought it could go lower than it's only 30 seconds. Zoom. We gun shoes. I'm stopped healing. Don't go in the bushes.
My mana is low.
I don't like it reses you with no mana. Yeah. If it was made by goblins, it would res you with mana.
The winter do not care who you are. Ashe, elder, tire beggar, it is done.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what's the other option? Tranquility extends, so you get either 3-minute trank. Well, it seems like for raid, you just take 3-minute trank. If it was 2-minute trank with without the hot extension, you just I don't know. You have like 80% uptime on wild growth. I'll just convoke.
Impressive. You have proved your strength and endurance. But what about your loyalty? Come back to the fire. Your last trial awaits you.
So this is death skip but no medi. I can also be res. I'll try to keep all the druids alive.
What took you so long, eh? The law will not fight me without you.
Hold. Before you face the law, you must face and kill me.
Leadership requires sacrifice, even of the things we cherish.
I hope that this Loa guy, well, we have to kill him to spawn the boss. I think you can. I think you can take it. My bear is not wearing any clothes. It's a girl though, so I guess they can do that. And S res is OP. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you want to do that necessarily, like in raid or something, but you could.
Well,
Take the burden of Nalarak.
Where have you been? Don't worry me like
She has died honorably, but the death of those loyal to me, that is my burden. It will be yours as Hashe.
get behind me!
Away, unworthy! Cannot escape the claws of the war god!
Oops.
Cannot escape the claws of the war god!
I'll give you cover!
Well done. Your strength rivals mine. Oh, the dream ends.
With the same stats as the one you can get too.
It's still recharging.
Ashura.
Oh. So if you want a secret technique to get the roll, like don't roll until some people leave. Like just wait until people leave, and then they are ineligible to win the roll. So, um, it's kind of nasty behavior, but I mean, if they really want it, they'll wait too. Like, or just like wait a couple weeks, and you'll do the dungeon enough times, you'll get it, right? But oh man.
Twilight's blade are hiding out at Speaker's Rest. Show them how a Hashura protects Zulaman.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people do in raids all the time. Like, it's actually pretty irritating. Like, particularly on the last boss, they just like once the last boss is dead, they'll just not roll, and then the loot can't be delivered until um, everyone's rolled on it, right? So the way I think you should do it on last boss, if you ever have the highest roll and you just finish the boss, then stay, and if not, then
It's too far.
you can leave, like if your roll isn't that good, right? But yeah, it's criminal troll behavior. That's what they're doing. Not particularly nice.
Another widow back. Another bag of coin for Murugan. He be the one bringing my people here. Keep out of his way. For now.
I want Skull Bash back. Yeah. I don't know what's replaced it, but yeah, they only let Shaman keep wind shear.
Who be stealing my kill? Who be letting Alazi's little kittens go?
Yep, nature locked. So I think I want to try macroing in Nature's Swiftness into Convoke, see if it works, because, or if it's just going to interrupt the Convoke or something. I don't see why it would. Because people are telling me you should Nature Swiftness before Convoke, because when you Convoke, every regrowth that you cast, if you have the Nature Swiftness active, is going to be an empowered Nature Swiftness, so it's just going to do 95% more healing. So that's a bug that should probably be fixed.
What does my eagle spy with her shiny eyes? A trespasser, an interloper, but you won't take my prey from me.
Convoke. See there, I could have NS Convoked and I would have gotten 3 double value. I'm not sure if it's actually worth it to do that, because like Convoke is kind of strong enough on its own, so like doing it every time, I'm not sure if that's necessarily worth it. Now, if this game didn't like keep messing up my cooldown manager, I would be using the cooldown manager for things, but it literally just like changes the positions that they're in. Curse and poison.
Oh, you look like a good catch. Catch where the blood flow. If I don't get ya, Necrax will. Freeze. Necrax, strike. Aim for the heart. Take them down, Necrax. Defeat Sabar. You won't. Sick 'em, Necrax. Frozen in fright. You're gonna pay for that.
A good kill, Hashura. And I
I got
rescue
an
all that
avoidance
was still
belt for
alive.
someone.
But why did Nurajin bring them here? The kidnapping won't stop until we get to the root of the evil. Follow me.
Oh, it's a belt. Well, I think I still wear it.
That
Well, don't I just
Mythic
upgrade it
Reclear
because it has haste
and
on
the
it?
energy flowing into it. This is hex magic, using the souls of the dead in powerful magic spells. I hope this is not why they brought my kin here.
think it was crit haste when I looked at it. Is what I wanted. Yeah, this trash is a little annoying. We could do that.
It'd be worse than we thought. How many of my people have died here?
That's a sweet mount.
What's she doing? She's rending the souls, twisting them.
What's these? New souls for my experiments?
I hope so. Now that I know about this NS Tech, is good. It's a good company name, NS Tech. Oh my god. You killed Kenny. We killed this girl in like 32 seconds or something last time.
Your soul be forfeit. This affliction hit hard. Go, make them suffer.
I don't know why they changed Rejuvenation's icon.
Ma'ako, ma'ako, ka, shada.
Yeah, when they touch, they explode.
I gonna poison your soul.
That might have been one of the things they just nerfed, because there used to be 4 of them. Oh.
You gonna be tormented from beyond the grave. You accomplished nothing. Rak'tul will still rise.
There'll still be many angry souls. I will keep them busy and keep them from feeding the monster. But the monster be up to you.
I don't have B-reses. Especially because I convoked in freaking kitty form.
What have you done?
Be careful. He seems powerful and unstable.
Oh, you killed the Zalibaba. He's strong as 10 regular men, definitely. Do, 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 do. I miss you, Sham. Yeah, sorry. We're getting better at this stat skipping. Either that or we just have 3 battle reses, I'm not sure. This damage every 6 seconds, it like chunks pretty hard. I mean, it should because it's every 6 seconds, but...
Get my hands on ya! Flatten ya!
So it's like a 30% Ravage nerf? Or less than that? Probably in practice? Oh. Oh, okay. So I found out when you crowd control these guys, they give you a stacking damage amp. I knew there was a damage amp, I just didn't know how it worked, so... He's dead, Zo.
With the creature dead and the vile branch gone,
I think our
we
groups
with the
have
bark all be
definitely
sleeping
below
a little
average
safer
luck.
for now. We will always be looking over our shoulders at the vile branch. Come back with me. The chief be having a reward for you.
Mine's in Silver Moon. I almost went to Void Storm. We're going to Harandar.
The den has been ravaged with vermin. If we deal with that problem, the elders will be more favorable with us. Take a Grimlings. They are always up for a meal.
Mm-hmm. I feel I gotta take that video I put up down. Like the one the good tip about it was has been patched. So I'm going to take this video down. It's irresponsible to leave it up. Oh, why not? Okay, I'm busy. You can just give them to the Demon Hunter if it don't work. It's not a big deal. Whole game is bugged. Is anyone else's cooldown manager like changing the positions of shit? I'm just relogging. I don't know if it's a UI thing or a, oh man, I'm out of chocolate. What am I gonna do? We have successfully transferred the pants. Why are we death running? So we gun shoot and death run.
The light bloom is beyond control. You cannot hold it back forever.
Ruia is here.
I used my best movement healing thing in cat form. I have B-Rest as well.
I need more mana.
I don't know, I'll decide. I might crop the video, take the death skip thing out, or take the first part of it out.
Run while you still can.
That's OP. That's actually kind of scary. I think the best way would be to crop it out. Because I don't like having unnecessary things in my videos. What I would have done is just put a comment that says, pin a comment says, hey, this has been hotfixed, sorry. It literally was hotfixed within an hour of me posting it. Like, we did our run, and then it finished, and then like 30 minutes after we finished doing our Mythic Zeros on my Shaman, they just hotfixed it. So like, I don't know why they would hotfix that. Like, what possible purpose could they have? I don't think like normal people were doing that. I don't think it was a common thing for normal people. They just tried to murder the tank. Like, she's already received um like 30 of those little debuffs. So if you don't dispel, like, that's the one thing in this dungeon that's actually scary to me.
Slay them in the Master's name.
My Shaman like high rolled so hard for gear. My Druid is just... So like a lot of creators, they try to um like pad their videos to get to 8 minutes or something. And it's like, I don't think the boost that YouTube gives you for having an 8-minute video is worth annoying people with a bunch of fluff that's unimportant or unrelated to the topic at hand. I gotta talk to my Druid teammate, figure out how they play Druid.
They can take us below, but swiftly. I would not expose them to the light bloom long.
And you have one for each hand.
With the light bloom, I can restore the Haranir to what we must be. But you stand in my way.
I will block the root ways. He will not escape again.
Ah,
Kneel
stop
before me.
hurting me. This is like one of the first times we've pulled like a normal dungeon group. I'll just drink. I'm trying to edit mode and can I make it grow up?
Burn for me.
Like that's a much better place to track life bloom.
Punish you all. Hear me roar. Bleed for your crimes.
Run while you still can.
No chance. I must
What about Katy Perry?
I command
Did
the
I quote
power
Katy
of
Perry by
Valhalla
accident?
and the light bloom, light strap.
My hair's looking good. I like it. Oh,
I call the light.
sounds right. Sounds like something I would do. It's to quote Katy Perry. We run
Faith in the goddess has
fast.
become hatred. Is this what light bloom does? A precision attack. I should have called for everyone.
I could use it. Uh, Increase mastery, damaging spells and abilities. I think it's probably better for Moonkin to have that one. Cause like if I were to use it in raid and I didn't maintain my oh jeez.
That looks dangerous. We must destroy it before they finish infusing it.
My B-Res is on 40-second cooldown. 42. Yeah. Every single mob in this dungeon has true sight. So are we trying to death skip or should I come back and heal? Yeah. I have a perma companion. I got it.
We'll avenge you.
Yeah, permanent combat pet. Make sure I put it in my add-on section. Yeah, I did. Permanent underscore companion underscore pet. Oh, did I not get? No, I did.
You cannot hide from me.
It just summons the Naru pet. Whenever I can't set it for a character specific pet. I used to have it a weak aura that I'd have enabled for different characters. So when I was a druid, it would summon a little treant, and when I was a priest, it would summon a little Naru. I got 5. I don't know. It's maybe too many. Yeah, I should give it to the DPS though, cause it's a damage amp, right? It is so cool that Swiftman extends Hot's duration. Yeah, that was one thing I was like, man, nobody's gonna make this weak aura into an add-on, but they did, so. Like, I almost tried to make one of the AIs make it to an add-on for me, because I really like it.
Is persistent. We too must be.
Still recharged.
What is it, 2 more dungeons now? I think we've done 6. I'm going to Nexus Point Zenith.
This area is compromised. It is vital to our mission that you.
Did you already equip the other trinket, or are you trying to, like, give me this one or something? The other one? Like, I don't think it'd be good because I... I mean, maybe it would be good. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Like, if it's like a RPPM and it might be like an on-use trinket, but like it just is on use when you use damage spell. Like, so like you could control when you got it, which would kind of be cool. So it's like right before ramp or right after ramp, you just use a damage spell.
This isn't worth the risk. There seem to be a few pieces missing. We have to find them if we're going to stop Lefraxian.
Hi, kitty. My poor kitty, she got her claw caught in the thing.
Hurry up those repairs. If we aren't careful, that will be all of us.
I'm slowed.
Master will avenge.
I'm next to you. Wait, is it possible? No.
Pathetic wretch.
More of you mindless intruders. Stay away from my work. This is but
You blinked
another
over it?
prototype.
Oh.
You cannot hide from me.
This is but another prototype.
I I think it was a penta.
My
I
power
don't know,
will
maybe.
begin.
We're doing as much damage as our last group. Look at we killed it the same exact time.
Don't forget to send the conduits.
We're huge.
You will realize I was right, Illyria. Your judgments have
DPS are so sensitive. like like I was talking
My
shit.
vision has never
Oh,
been
I
clearer,
think I
Lothaxian,
need
but
gloves.
I don't want to believe it.
Big roll, 29er. I'm 22 seconds on Virez. I might be able to do it.
What a miserable display! You have all failed in your purpose! Is there no end to you intruders? Do us all a favor and die, before I have to kill you myself!
It almost got me too. I'm. What the hell's going on? You okay, Quincy? Oh, that was you. I thought Quincy like fell or something.
Prove your worth, you pathetic lackeys!
Oh, I wasn't talking shit about your guys' DPS. Like, I was just praising you because you did high DPS on the last boss.
Minions, do not disappoint me again! Must I do everything myself?
I would type before all my pugs in this group to stand in the yellow and you get a 300% damage buff. And I probably did it 4 times in pugs. And like one person per group would actually do it. And it's like I typed so far ahead that. And then I'd like be pinging and then we'd go through 3 cycles. Maybe. They can't remember for one trash pack, I guess.
There will be no end to your suffering. The light still burns. Curse that damn knack regime! For that wretched
Booties.
You got the last conduit. Make sure to send them over.
One, two. One, two. I've gotten 2 pieces of loot.
Lothraxian, this isn't what the light
I thought I got
demands
a
of us. Think
shoulders.
of the lives
Oh,
that will
3
be
pieces
lost.
of loot.
Just
So 1,
trust
2,
us.
3, 4. I got 4. That's pretty good. And if they give me the trinket, that'll be 5. But I told them I didn't really want it. I wanted to go to the DPS because it procs off damage.
The console is working. Starting the bridge now.
I don't have Zephy, but I am a druid, I guess, so I don't need it. Dash doesn't exit me from form, right? Or stealth? Okay. So this boss is the Asmongold boss. Because he's bald.
You will not stop what the light demands. You will see the light's wrath.
On PTR, you could just ping him, and then the ping would follow him. Nah, I don't think so. They fixed it like a week after I saw it on PTR.
Farewell,
How do we get out?
old friend.
Valera? Alira?
I have all
I,
I need. Mourn your friend after we save your city.
I really want that for my priest. I think it's what I want for my priest.
Through the portal.
Well, I got out, but I'm the healer, so good luck everyone else. No. Yeah, the first one that we were talking about death skipping, you had to kill the thing to break the wall. This is my new favorite dungeon then.
Now those ethereals, they have something we can use. Get it now.
That behemoth will take more than just you. Gather some help and take care of it.
It's good tech. He said fly through the black holes if you want to go somewhere random in the zone.
I have just the thing, Wanderer.
Kitty, you ate all your snack. Good girl. She's so underweight. I've been trying to get her weight back up.
Just make sure it's entertaining. Let the combat begin!
I can put my evoker in the guild too, but um I'm in like a friend's heroic guild on the evoker. So oh, they can't hear me. We got 2 characters done today. That's pretty decent. But that's kind of what I expected us to do because we had 2 days scheduled and then they added a third day. I'm like, "Oh, we're doing whatever." One thing that is good is they said uh doing Mythic Zero splits on uh is good in this guild because Truth, do you like Evoker the most more than your um I can't smoke when I play. I play a little bit worse. I've cut back, so I just smoke before bed now. It's totally fair.
Show me more of that potential I've been seeing. My Chittagong should be a perfect warm-up. Show me your value.
I don't think I ever been worried about them. Well, Yuka either, but just dying. But I mean, we haven't done any hard bosses with me in the team, so I couldn't say.
Why they should regret that.
I should have. Oh, I can jump to you. I can't jump you. Forgot. You can shift that debuff. Yeah, this is actually the best dungeon, except for the turtle. Yeah, you're right. Where you have to.
My newest toy, Archon. This will be a fight to remember. You cannot let this defeat you. This will hurt.
Dark Rift.
Cannot let this defeat you. You can take it. On your toes.
I think you got hit by every single one. I might have been able to save it, but I was scratching my nose. Yeah, I could have saved you. I did bark skinned you.
So you won! Come, busy yourself while I prepare Atroxus for your next fight. I expect you to at least provide him with some good exercise.
I have leech ones. I'm OP.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, and Resto is good too. Yeah. Nico's got 2 Druids. Whoa. Oh, he didn't? Wait, he's Zimbita? I I was gonna say that guy was like banned from a key group I was in. Like I don't mind playing with like off meta people. That's fair.
Be witness to my Atroxus. I expect you to at least provide him with some
I
good
just
exercise.
whispered Nico. I said, "You are Zimbita?"
Careful of those splashes.
He responded with, "Who are you?" Oh geez, I think I got you. He said, "No, this is Nico."
Careful of those splashes.
Yeah.
That'll cover your ears. You beat my Atroxus. Oh, how delectable. Magnificent! What a performance! Come, let me show you something
I'm
more
looting.
fun.
I got a chess piece. I cannot trade. I played this like a long time ago and nobody was like nobody mentioned that. And then I came back. I was like, "Oh geez, I had no idea it could mean that." Ah. Single target, like, how close is it to a DPS? But that's just during Incarn? Oh, dang. Are they running 2 Bear Druids then? Like, if it's that good. We can just stealth through. Everyone stealth.
Needed to ready myself for battle.
Well, okay. So we can just do the boss?
No longer will I keep you waiting. You have proven your worth.
Ah! So I think it's Void Cascade is the damage part.
This is so fun. So sweet. So underwhelming. You should
I just went to the ping! I don't know what this boss does. Oh, that's where you drop the thingy?
This is so fun. Your performance was most exquisite.
Okay. I mean, Herbo is a busy guy. I don't know if I want to pay for a name change though. I had no idea it was a filthy name. I didn't know. I am back. I can trade you, but that's what we did last time. So cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I'd prefer one, but we can do 12:30. It's fine. Thanks for the games. It's fun. Okay. So now I go to my gear sheet and fill my druid gear in. I'm getting ready to eat in a couple minutes, baby. So shoulders 240. Oops. Cloak is 24. Chest is 40. Bracer is 40. I got good loot. Pants are 40. And boots are 40. And trinket is 40. So I need a main hand still, a ring. We got following. I need a cloak, hands, ring, ring, main hand, offhand. That's pretty good. It says 231, and my shaman's 234. I think my druid's actually better. If this was 224. No, it's not. It's pretty close though. And then it has a shit ring. So 224, 204, 224. That's pretty good. And then my evoker is 83. So I got some work to do before Sunday.
Anaria Shalom. Treat my wares with care.
Okay. I'm gonna move this. So I gotta do my heroic praise. Man, I gotta do 8 heroic praise, maybe. I actually only need to do 6, but so my druid needs. Hopefully my evoker gets slots that are different than my shaman, and I can like make a game plan for which, if I want to bring my evoker or my shaman to which dungeons. Um, if that would be a good idea. Okay. So my priest needs a lot of things. My druid needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My shaman needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My shaman only needs 5 things. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 of them are rings? Huh. But I kind of got unlucky, but I kind of got lucky because I got main hand, offhand on Shaman. We'll make this a different color. It's pretty cool. How do I merge? So I kind of want to see, how does this trinket work? There's got to be a mob to kill over here. Surely there's a mob to kill over here. Maybe there's not. Well, dang. Nope, that's not a mob. This is a mob. So I just want to see if it's gonna proc. So lights, spells and abilities have a chance to uproot the lasher to aid you in combat for 15 seconds. Yeah, I think this is not a healer trinket at all. Like, I don't even know if I count this as gear, because I don't think I would. I think I would probably unironically wear this, because I can upgrade adventurer up to. Okay, so how much damage is this lasher guy doing? 9% of my damage? Like, this is 100% a damage trinket. Well, it's 100% a damage dealer trinket. Okay. I thought it was a mastery buff. This is a damage trinket. And damage trinkets are bad for healers because they're like nerfed by like 80% or something stupid. For no reason. I don't understand why they do that. But I mean 231, that's pretty solid considering I have a ring at 192 and my weapons are 10 item level lower as well. Which is like a 204 of a different slot. Okay, so I guess what I do is I check world quests to see if there's anything. Necklace? Trinket? Pants? Fist? One-handed weapon? Okay, so I gotta do that. And then also a weapon? 224. Crit mastery versus crit verse. Verse. So mastery. Crit's the worst. So it's haste mastery. Crit's the worst. So this one is high crit, low verse. And this one is high crit, high mastery. So this one is the one I should do. and then a cloak, a 230 cloak. So I should technically do this one. Okay, so I got a Voidstorm quest and one of those. And then, oh shoot, I forgot to check which ones I needed. I need a ring on my other guy. But I don't really need the ring because Shaman is probably not what I play for raid. Um, I'm gonna do some of the dungeons tomorrow as disc. So we have 3 characters we're doing for splits in Mythic 0 dungeons. And I'm gonna play some of the dungeons as disc. I did I did a whole bunch of testing before they did the last 2 nerfs. So I played it in the medium state and I played it when it was overpowered. When it was overpowered, it was very good, and but it didn't really feel that much safer than Holy, particularly because a lot of the power is tied into the Apex talent, which makes you get more powered shields with the Void Shield talent. Um, it does feel like your healing on demand is underwhelming, like in between cooldowns. That's kind of my opinion. Uh, like I was still able to play it on 15, at level 15 in max gear, so I don't think it's like that bad, but I feel like probably level 17 I would really start to not be able to do the healing anymore. Because there were certain points in the 15s I was doing that in max gear on PTR, certain points during that I felt like, mm, I don't know if I can do this, or I was very reliant on the DPS to use defensives at certain times. So I don't know. For raid, I think it still will be better than holy, but part of the reason it'll be better than holy is because disc has like um disc does damage, right? Like holy can't do any damage in raid without dropping healing, and the healing in raid is probably pretty close. So the big problem with disc is that they got rid of the Mythic Plus 5-player buff to atonement. So your atonement just feels like it's doing a third, either 30 or 50% less than it ought to be. Like atonement feels very weak. Mm, but like on trash, like you can get all your Shadow Word Pains out, and when you get Shadow Word Pains out on trash, like you feel strong enough for sure. Um, they won't buff it. They won't buff it. I don't know how they buff it for Mythic Plus without buffing it for Raid, but honestly, after the last set of holy buffs, I think it's very possible that yeah, give holy a shot. It's very easy to pilot. Like disc to pilot disc is doesn't feel that easy. Another thing is people were saying like the inescapable torment mindbender build is better. I don't agree with that. Like I tried it on PTR and You just can't count on somebody being on an enemy being below 25% health or whatever, or below 20% health. You really just can't count on that. So I would rather, instead of this, which is kind of random, I'd rather still play, uh, I'd rather just still play beefier rotation spells as opposed to this Mindbender. It's not a proc really anymore. It's like guaranteed when they're low health. And that's part of the reason I think it'll be so good in Raid, because if there's ever a fight where the hardest part is at the end, which oftentimes the end boss is hardest at the end. So, like, let's say that the Disc Priest is doing 10 or 15% lower healing than Preservation Evoker. But the hardest part is at the very end. And at the very end, during the hardest part, they can maybe do 10 or 15% more healing than the Evoker because they have all these Shadow Deaths. Like, the world first people are going to play Disc, even though it's kind of undertuned except for Execute. And I don't think it's that far undertuned. Like, it's been a while since. Like, there aren't really no. Um, there are no new raid logs. Uh, let's go to statistics. I haven't looked at these at all, actually. Does this statistics just show points? And it doesn't show. It doesn't show HPS numbers? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so Mythic plus beta. Well, I guess I'd go to rankings on live dungeons. Yeah, like you guys have all the data to do this. I mean, in Algathar you have a Disc Priest doing. When was this? January 27th. So this is before the nerf. Can I filter it to the past 2 weeks? This is the beta. Yeah, so I mean, these are Druid keys doing more healing. These are points. Okay. Like this is before the huge nerf. I don't think Disc can do 20s anymore. So dungeons. This is Mythic plus beta. I guess there is no Mythic plus on live, obviously. Duh. Yeah, it's fun. I think Mayasara is the hardest heal check, or one of them. So healing. This is from January 18th, so this is pre-nerf. January 12th, pre-nerf. March 1st. Paladin also just got buffed today. Not that one. So Paladin just got buffed today. They fixed the thing, Divine Resonance, and they made Eternal Flame. So I kind of wonder. Let's look at these Paladins. How much is Eternal Flame doing? Heals an ally for spell power and additional over 16 seconds. Healing increased by 25% when cast on self. What's it look like? A torch? Maybe it's the Herald of the Sun? Herald of the Sun. So the thing that they're not using in Mythic Plus got buffed. Okay, so Paladins didn't actually get buffed. Divine Resonance not to function. Oops. What the heck? Divine Resonance. After casting Holy Prism, blah blah blah, you instantly flash Holy Shock every 5 seconds for 15 seconds. Okay, so I don't really think these are Paladin buffs. I don't think so. They're bug fixes, but so you just couldn't use Divine Toll during Avenging Wrath? Is that what was going on? During not to function with Hammer of Wrath. What is Hammer of Wrath? I don't understand this. Because this doesn't reference Hammer of Wrath. Or, wait, hold on. So this is just to try to make, because Hammer of Wrath is heavily referenced in that one, and it's not referenced. So they're trying to make, they're not buffing Paladin, they're just trying to make Herald of the Sun stronger. That's what it seems to me. Mm, this guy was playing Lightsmith, so potentially we can check. I'll check these two. I think this is the same guy, isn't it? It's all the same guy. So this is kind of invalid. Because obviously he's probably, I mean, maybe not. This guy's Asian. Lightsmith. Pala Pala. Can't see. Zorthax is Lightsmith. Also Lightsmith. I don't know. I mean, based on limited data, it looks like it's a Lightsmith. This guy's playing Herald of the Sun. And it was a buff to Eternal Flame, which is like their #1 heal. This is a Retribution Eternal of the Flame, Herald of the Flame. Okay. So all they did with Holy Paladin was fix a script error with Beacon of Light. Okay. Well, if I had better reading comprehension, we wouldn't have gone on a goose chase. But on the 4th, they also did bug fixes. So Feral Guardian Restoration Fixed an issue where nurturing instincts, circles of the heavens, and call of the elder were not affecting Wrath, Starfire, or Star Surge. Hmm. Okay. Well, it's unchanged. So, uh, I don't know. That's weird because most of the logs were saying Lightsmith, but that could just be because they like nerfed a proc that Paladin got. Like it was healing for 125% and then they made it 25% or something like that. So like it was a big nerf and so maybe that pushed it over to the other hero talent is what I'm saying. So enhancement shaman, warlock, monk, mage, hunter, druid, damage stuff. So the fourth was all damage stuff. Um, the second was no changes. The first was these are all just bug fixes. So this isn't real tuning, it's just bug fixes. So I'm actually gonna bookmark this. Mm, yeah, it can go in the guides one. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Void Weaver is the play. I did one dungeon as Void Weaver. I hated it. I was letting people die. Um, I hope so hard that I don't have to play Void Weaver in raid. I hope so hard I don't have to. It's because they fundamentally don't understand like uh the issue with Druid. Like the issue with Druid is the same issue with Disc Priest, but in reverse. So in raid, you have 20 atonements out, and so if atonement is too strong in Mythic Plus, then it's way, way, way too strong in raid, right? Now with Druid, if you tune it for Mythic Plus, then it's not strong enough in raid because in Mythic Plus you only have 5 targets, and so you'll have at least one more hot on every single target with your rejuve in a Mythic Plus dungeon as opposed to raid because there's just so many more targets to spread your healing around. And so the way that their mastery works is the more hots you have on a player, the more healing you do to that player. So when you have fewer players with more hots, your healing is just amplified. So when you're tuned around raid, which they are, then your dungeon healing is just going to be way too strong. So they really need to add back the atonement modifier for dungeons. Like they can keep the thing where in raid, if you have 5 players you're healing with atonement, then you do more healing than if you have 20 players with atonement who you're healing. Like they could keep that and that would be fine. But on top of that, it's not going to be enough. You need an additional tuning knob to balance the healing of Disc in Mythic Plus versus Raid. You need that atonement in 5 player content modifier. Otherwise, Disc is just going to be perma struggle bus. Same goes for Druid. They need to add a modifier to Mastery where your Mastery is reduced in value by, I don't know, maybe it's 30% from in non-Mythic Plus content. And I don't know how they are in PvP. Like maybe they're fine in PvP. Maybe they're broken. Hard to say. But they don't have enough ability to tune Druid and Disc healing because they're scared to death of having Disc being super OP strong, right? They're very scared of that. I'm sure Disc is pretty solid. Like Void Shield, Uh, the thing's pretty good. Pretty good. So I wouldn't be surprised if Disc is better in PvP than Holy and Resto Druid as well. Um, that's a good question. What is my honor at? Wait, it's in currency? So currency. I have 0 honor. So I need to cap my honor, they say, on my priest. So I need to do some PvP on my priest. I don't know how long it's going to take to cap honor, but I think I need 9,000 at least. I think that's what they said. There's something about honor where you can get like sockets or something for your gear. Yeah, it's actually fun. It's actually almost as fun as it was. I had more fun in War Within in PvP. I like Holy Priest in PvP. If it's ever a situation where Holy is close to Disc, I'll perform probably just as well on Holy as I would on Disc. Uh, so, you know, I like Holy a lot in PvP. I might play Disc in PvP though, because, I mean, I'm going to play Holy and other content. Okay. I mean, so the reason that Holy Priest's Prayer of Healing can be so strong compared to other healers like Kit is because we have such small amounts of like passive healing. Like our passive healing is low, so our on-demand healing has to be higher than other healers. Like if I compare the way a flash heal feels on a priest versus a healing wave on a shaman, the flash heal feels slightly more powerful than the shaman's heal, and it's applying mastery, so it's like a lot stronger than the shaman's heal for a single target. And then if I compare like a wild growth to prayer of healing from a druid to a priest, prayer of healing is just it's kind of ridiculously strong right now. Um like I was kind of sandbagging about priest a little bit because like I was really unhappy about the mana situation and uh the removal of heal. And then I was mad about the removal of renew, but I know that they just I thought there was 0% chance. Like even if I was as famous as Automatic Jack, I think there's still 0% chance that they would put Renew back in the game because there are so many holy priests who hate Renew and I don't understand it at all. Like but like the more priests I talk to in like the priest community and whatever in the priest Discord, like they hate the idea of Renew. They hate it. And um without weak auras, we would not be able to attract empowered renew. So the little mini game that we used to have where you would cast empowered renew on somebody and then you'd cast a holy word on them to extend the duration of that empowered renew. That mini game was really fun and it no longer exists because empowered renew no longer exists. But if it did exist, we wouldn't be able to track it with our mastery or we wouldn't be able to track it on our frames because Renew and Empowered Renew have the same icon. Now, what they could have done if they were cool is they could have made Empowered Renew have a different icon, and then you could have still had that mini game with lasting words to extend the duration of Empowered Renew. And they didn't have to do this stupid Circle of Healing bullshit or Cosmic Ripple. Number one, they should have renamed it to Circle of Healing because Cosmic Ripple is a stupid name. Number two, I hate Cosmic Ripple. Number three, if you want to make Cosmic Ripple part of the kit, do not make it so it procs when your Holy Word comes off cooldown. Make it so it procs when you cast the Holy Word. So there's my Cosmic Ripple. And like that could happen at any random time. But if it was tied to Holy Word casts, you do need to do healing when you're casting a holy word. Like it would just be a buff to your holy words, and holy words are too weak right now. Like let's look at this. So Sanctify does 12,800, and Prayer of Healing without any buffs does 300 more. And if I get, okay, so I don't have Lightweaver, but why does our builder do more healing than our spender? This is our builder, this is our spender. Our spender does less healing to than our builder. Now, the spender hits 6 targets instead of 5, so I guess technically yes, the spender does more healing in a raid environment. In a dungeon environment though, Prayer of Healing does more, and it's also doing 125%. This basically is like healing 6 players. So even in raid, your Prayer of Healing does more than a Sanctify, and watch how much it goes up. It goes to 15,500. It's literally doing 30% more? About 30% more? 20, 22% more, something like that? The- our spender does 22% more than our builder. It's crazy. Like, I mean, you have to be talented into Lightweaver, but I think as Archon, you just play Lightweaver. I don't think there's any argument about it. It makes it faster, and it makes it do more healing. And as Archon, you get mana cost reduction on Prayer of Healing. So, like, that's the thing that makes the least amount of sense to me. Our spender does more than, or does less healing than our builder. Like, what kind of a world does that make any sense? Like, what's the point of even having a spender if it does less healing than your builder? And it costs 8,000 mana. This costs 10,000. So I guess maybe healing per mana, your Sanctify is doing more healing. It doesn't make any sense to me. Number two, Flash Heal is a builder. And Flash Heal costs, how much mana is Flash Heal costing? 7,000 mana versus 10,000 mana. Now, if Flash Heal costs 5,000 mana, Holy Priest might just be saved, like from the mana monster, because the mana monster is coming for Holy Priest, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna get, uh, like on a 9 minute, 11 minute boss fight, something like that. You're going to be sitting there casting Smite. You will be sitting there casting Smite as a Holy Priest when damage is going out, because there'll be a certain phase of the fight. It's like, okay, the Holy Priest doesn't need to do that much healing here, so then the Holy Priest will have mana for when we need to do healing, right? So, mm, like that's a big issue, very big issue. Like it's close. Like if they just dropped the cost of Flash Heal to 5,000 instead of 7,000, which is a big drop, I think it might be okay. You can run it. I wouldn't run it, but you can. So I healed 15s on PTR with Ultimate Serenity just fine, and that's before the 22% HPS buff. So yes, you certainly can play Ultimate Serenity, and I mean there's an argument even at the highest level of Mythic Plus on a spread encounter. I'm struggling to think of. I mean, maybe Vordaza in a high key pug situation where you can't count on people to stand close to each other. You're basically, Vorduza is the hardest boss to heal in the dungeon, right? So when you're choosing your talent build, oftentimes you want to choose based on the highest damage of the dungeon. So, like me, I would run a renew based build on a dungeon where the hardest boss is a rot encounter. If it's not a rot encounter, I would run a I would run this build, which is more bursty type build where you're dealing with big, chunky 7-second heal checks instead of dealing with like a permanent heal check on a boss. Because this Desperate Times does do get very, very good value on burst heal checks, and you can just barely make it through a burst heal check with this extra 20% healing. Um, so when choosing a build for Mythic Plus, I think you should be choosing based on what's the hardest part of the dungeon. So my Mythic Plus talent builds. Right now I have Archon DPS. I have 3 builds that I kind of uh think are good. A DPS build, a single target build, and a renew build. So Magister's Terrace and Nexus Point, I don't think renew is that good. Renew build is as good as the other build, as well as Windrunner. So it's like 50-50. So it's 3 that I decided I wanted renew, and it was 3 I decided I wanted the other. This is what I would call the more. This is the renew build, but this is what I'd call the standard build. Um, because it's closely linked to the way that people were playing Holy Priest last season. I'm talking about the top 10 Holy Priests who, like, I don't really monitor you if you're below the top 10 Holy Priests on Raider.io, but when I was looking into other Holy Priests, this was kind of similar to what they were doing last season. Whereas my Renew build is more like this, or I haven't fully decided about it, but you get the 10. Oh, and the Renew build also, you need to take Renewed Faith. So I don't know what you drop to get Renewed Faith. And also with the standard build, you should probably take the additional Cosmic Ripple healing. Oh, so you drop to get Renewed Faith, you drop your damage spells. And then you still have Halo as a damage spell. So your damage is not terrible for a healer, even without taking these 3 talents, because you have Halo. So that does quite a bit of damage over a dungeon. So, I mean, this is like a Renew build. Uh, and then a non-Renew build. Probably take this and this. And then drop these and pick that up. So this is what I expect the standard build to be from the other priests, because I mean, even when Renew build was considerably stronger HPS wise than any other build, I was the only one. Well, I did see another priest use it on Candle King. I did see another priest using it on Candle King, but uh, I was really the only priest running it in a consistent manner, and the reason is that like the Renew build, uh, like you had to have a weak aura to track your empowered renews in order to make it function correctly. Like if you're just extending regular renews with lasting words, it wasn't that good. Like it was still good because you're getting the 10% increased healing. Like okay, so this is how I'd explain it. I think the renew build was as good, if not slightly more HPS than the other build if you didn't have this 10% increased healing. But if you do have this 10% increased healing, I think it was more than 10% better than the other build, HPS wise. It was a little finicky because you couldn't afford to take Divinity, so in order to get your Renew. But I think at this point, I think you just take Divinity even with Renew build, e- even in a Renew build. That's kind of my feeling about it. I did a lot of testing as Holy on PTR, a lot of testing as Holy, and I don't know. I think you just play Divinity no matter what in keys right now. You can argue about taking Holy Celerity. Like in an Oracle build, I could see dropping Holy Celerity and picking up Desperate Times. The reason is your Holy Words suck. Your Holy Words suck so hard. Like the only purpose of Holy Words is it saves you a little mana compared to a Prayer of Healing. Well, Sanctify, it saves you a little mana compared to Prayer of Healing, and uh, it'll also give you Renews if you're using Renew build. Now, if you're not using Renew build, I think Holy Words are just not super strong. Now, Serenity is pretty strong. Like, it is considerably stronger. Like, I haven't looked at the numbers comparison of Serenity versus. So 45,000, so basically 46,000 versus 26,000. Now it's 26,000 plus an additional. Where is that talent? Additional 20%. So 26,000 plus 20% would be like 29,000, something like that. But that's not equal to 45,000, right? Um, and then you could add another 25%. So we're at what, 30, 34, let's call it 30, 33, 34, which is not equal to 45,000. So Serenity is in an okay place. It's Sanctified that's just like, why is our spender do less than our builder? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. From a design standpoint, you want like you want the spender to be strong so that you can give the player dopamine when they use their spender. But if the spender is not stronger than the builder, you actually feel stupid using your spender because it's literally just doing less healing, and also Prayer of Healing is guaranteed to hit every player in the 5-player group, whereas Sanctify, if you hit 4 players with Sanctify, you're usually feeling pretty good about yourself. So even, I mean, honestly, this needs to be 20,000. It needs to be doing 20,000 in Mythic Plus at least to feel better than a Light Weaver empowered uh, Prayer of Healing. So I guess I can't cast Prayer of Healing because this stupid Dander's Frames add-on is constantly bugged with the click casting. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very optimistic about Holy Priest, and I'm very hopeful that I would love it so much if the Race to World first used a Holy Priest. I don't think it's gonna happen. Holy Priest's damage contribution is very low. Disc Priest damage contribution is very high. Disc Priest has very strong execute healing. Disc Priest has very strong ramps. Uh, every minute and a half versus a smaller ramp every 1 minute, because you have, it's close to about every minute and a half if you're taking 3-minute him. In keys, I don't think it's good. Oh, I don't think it's necessary. It is good. I don't think it's necessary. So for a beginner, I would say run it for sure, 100% run it. But I would rather have 10% increased healing on targets below 50% health all the time. Because this is active all the time, and this is active during Divine Hymn and Apotheosis. I already feel stronger than I need to be during Apotheosis and Divine Hymn. Like during Divine Hymn, I feel with the triple talent, I feel like I just have half of the Divine Hymn people are already full health, and Divine Hymn is strong enough by itself, even in the 2-minute version, it doesn't need the extra healing. So, like, if you're playing very, very reactively and you wait to use Divine Hymn or Apotheosis until it's too late, then yeah, I can see this being better. But if you're playing proactively, which is very, very easy to do as a Holy Priest now, because the amount of things you have to think about is so small. It's literally just Prayer of Mending and do I have Holy Words? These are the two things you need to like think about, and then it's cooldown management. So it's it's Halo, Divine Hymn, Apotheosis. You have to manage those three things. Um, so like the brain load on you is very low, so you can plan ahead. And if you're planning ahead, you can plan to not use a cooldown. And having 10% increased healing on a target below 50%, that's not insignificant. So our cooldowns are already strong enough. So okay, so I've heard other healers say this. What's gonna make a healer meta in Mythic Plus is can they heal the damage outside of cooldowns, or are they a slave to their cooldowns? And that's why Disc Priest is down bad because they're whoops. So here. Okay, so a boss like Course Chief Core Spark, I call him Chief Core Prick because he made me mad on dungeons. Um, this boss has abilities that are 58 seconds apart. Yeah. So they're 58 seconds apart here. So because of that, you could Apotheosis, you could Divine Hymn, and then you could Apotheosis. And because Apotheosis lasts for 20 seconds, you could use it at 42 seconds or 40 seconds or 37 seconds, and it would still be active during this third core spark detonation. So on a boss like this, unless you're a disc priest, you can have a healing. Well, even if you are a disc priest, unless it goes to the fourth cast, you can have a healing cooldown for every set. So you would evangelism, ultimate penitence, evangelism, right? And then if you got to here, you're out of luck. But odds are you're not getting to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Same goes for this boss. This is a dungeon where you have a one. It's very very close to 1 minute apart. So you should be able to get through that without it. Now a boss like this, the runic mark is going out every 29 seconds. So you're not going to be able to have a cooldown for every active for every single set of runic marks. So if your uh, if your him is strong enough to heal through stuff without this apex talent, the final one, then it's just going to waste. That apex talent is going into overhealing. That's not a great example. I want to talk about one. Okay, so this one. This is a 45-second boss. So it looks like I already made a simple cooldown rotation. So part of the reason I think Holy is going to be so good in terms of HPS is because we have a third cooldown, and it's actually very, very strong in Mythic Plus. Like Halo is considerably weaker in a raid environment than Divine Hymn, and consequently, it is 1 minute cooldown instead of a 2 minute, 2 or 3 minute cooldown. In dungeons, I honestly feel like Halo is arguably stronger than Apotheosis. I think Divine Hymn is the strongest, Halo is the second strongest, and I think Apotheosis is the third strongest healing cooldown that we have. So on a boss like this, where Cosmic Sting is coming out every 45 seconds, you're not gonna, if you're a normal healer, you're not gonna be able to have a healing cooldown for every Cosmic Sting. You just can't. So you're going to have to get through this Cosmic Sting one way or another. The Cosmic Sting that has Halo instead of Apotheosis or Divine Hymn. So because of that, I don't think you should be taking this Apex talent the last one because this point is very valuable. Like you could go with like a hybrid build where you're not taking desperate times, you're taking renew, you're taking all the power into your holy words, you're uh like you could do a hybrid build like this, you could even do something like that. But yeah, because of the boss timers, and not every boss is gonna wait a whole minute in between trying to murder your whole group. Some of them try to do it every 30 seconds. Some of them, that's actually pretty rare this season. But I mean, we just talked about one that's basically every 30 seconds with the runic mark every 29 seconds. So it, bosses that try to kill you every 45 seconds, like this one, you're not having a healing cooldown for everyone, which is why your rotational healing is so much more important than it used to be. So I hope that answered your question. I'm sure it did because I talked about it for like 10 minutes. But um, yeah, honestly, I might talk about that. Like, I think Magister's Terrace is a really good thing to talk about in my guide. So honestly, I think it's a dark horse to be second best healer. I don't think it'll happen. I think there's too much community. Uh, I think it's too much community perception where don't there's just prejudice against Holy Priest because so I think the reason that there's prejudice against Holy Priest is because many Holy Priests will not use Fade often enough. I think that's probably the biggest difference between a decent player and a good player as a priest. Fade. Um, so when I was playing PTR and I had my protective light up on myself and I had fade up on myself. When I had both of those 10% defensives up, uh, I felt like I was in the middle of tankiness compared to the DPS because I'd watch the damage go out. I'd say, okay, so I went to 70%, but this hunter went down to 55% or 60%, something like that, right? And that's when I have fade and protective light up. Now, if I just had one of those two up, I would be probably as squishy as the hunter. And if you have neither of these up, then you're getting hit probably the hardest in the whole group. So you are the most squishy if you do not have fade or protective light up. Now, a lot of classes just have like fade baked into desperate times. Which one is that? Yeah, I think it's insanely good. Like it's like we're getting another mastery. Like this is basically Resto Shaman mastery. Maybe even better than Resto Shaman mastery. It's really good. Um, so I do think, like my renew build. I guess I have to take celerity or answered prayers, but um, I don't know. I feel like light in the darkness is just so undertuned, and I feel like when I'm playing, I should be casting Serenity or Sanctify before the damage goes out. You know what I'm saying? Like use it before the damage goes out because I'd rather have all my casts while the damage is active to be Prayer of Healing because Prayer of Healing is just it's a it's a motor. It just pumps. It pumps so hard as long as you can afford the mana. So I would much rather I've been casting Holy Word before to proc my Naru and also to proc my Mastery, but I don't. feel like, and additionally, the other problem with Sanctify is you have no guarantee that your Sanctify is going to hit 5 players. In a Mythic Plus dungeon, if you hit 4 players, you're generally pretty happy with the Sanctify cast, but it's not going to hit 5 players. Like most of the time, there's one stupid DPS standing way far away, and it's just not going to happen. Like in a coordinated group, yes, you can hit 5 players consistently. Um, so yeah, it's a motor. Talk about and so at some point next week, I'm going to do my video on Holy Priest Mythic Plus guide, Holy Priest raid guide, and I might do a Disc Priest raid guide. I don't think I'm doing a Disc Priest Mythic Plus guide at this point. Um, like I have a lot of stuff I gotta get done pre-raid. Like I have a list. I've got to do these. I got to do 2 pray per character. I still have to level my evoker. I got to gear my evoker up to 220 so that I can do Mythic Plus zeros on it on Sunday. So I've got a lot of stuff I've got to get done. I don't think it's necessary to have a disc Mythic Plus guide at this point. Um, and one thing I hate about other content creators is they like release their guides before heroic tuning, and I think I'm gonna be doing that, man. But like at this point, I don't see Holy Priest changing structurally in a way that's gonna make my guide invalid. But like changing before class tuning, changing like making a guide like so early, like for the expansion launch, I think like I know why they do it because people the game comes out and they search for a guide on their class. I know why they do it. I just think it's a little bit irresponsible because a video cannot be changed. A video like you can cut stuff out of videos on YouTube, but you cannot just change something. So I really think it's irresponsible releasing a guide before when big changes are expected. Um, Now, next season, my release schedule is going to be different. I think I'm going to do game launch Holy Priest Mythic Plus guide or something like that. I think that from a engagement standpoint, to build the channel, I think the most important thing is building the channel so that my voice can be amplified. If I could ever get my voice amplified to the point where I could say something like say, "Hey Blizzard, fuck you. How about you give me back heal," and they would listen like they do to Ellesmere. For some reason, this Ellesmere guy, Blizzard just like loves Ellesmere and they do everything he says. Like I don't understand that. So if I could have my voice amplified to that amount, and then more people would learn how to be good holy priests, and then the more people who learn how to be good holy priests, the less the community will hate holy priests, the better it'll be for every single holy priest, because you'll get invited to a dungeon group, and there's you invite a holy priest to a dungeon group and they're a competent player, the more competent holy priests that are out there as a percentage of the holy priest population, the better our reputation will be. And the better our reputation will be, the more easier it'll be for me personally to get into groups. Like, yes, if the channel grows, I might have some sort of monetary incentive, but honestly, I don't give a shit about the monetary incentive. It's so small. I don't give a shit. Like I do care a very slight amount. It's like I like having extra money so I can afford steak instead of chicken. I love that. I love steak. I love steak so much. But um I do really enjoy teaching people and having people succeed. It's like super rewarding having a player come to me asking for help and they're on level 10 dungeons and they're moving into level 12s and they time their first level 12 dungeon with me teaching them. And then 2 months later, they're on level 15 dungeons and they're like, I couldn't have done this without you. I'm like, well, thank you very much. I don't think I'm that great a player or whatever, but I'm a pretty decent explainer, so it's really fun. Like it's really really cool. So um so yeah, my release schedule, I'm taking it a little more seriously. Like, okay, so what should I release? When should I release it? Speaking of which, I need to go to this and edit it. So okay, so I need to cut. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, thank you for letting me know, 'cause like I don't know. I feel like I just should keep this video as private, but I'll confirm the cut. Yeah, because this was the most useful thing. Yeah, I hope so. I don't have like super high hopes. Like I had some delusions of grandeur. I'm like, oh, by the end of, I was thinking by first of April, I'll have 10,000 subscribers, and I don't think that's realistic. I really don't think it's realistic. Um, but you know, like 10K would be really cool. Um, but like, if I don't get to 10K, who cares? We'll find out. What I really want to do is somebody sent me information. 3D printer AI generator is Maker World by Bamboo Lab 3D printers. Oh, so I'd have to buy a Bamboo Lab 3D printer? So what I really want to do is I want to make an angel form. Okay, this is reasonable. A $400 printer, a $300 printer, a $200 printer, the A1. I'd probably spend for the P1S something. Like this is my whole month of spending cash, $400. That's a whole month of spending cash, but I could do that. Like so what I want to do is I want to put this into a 3D printer and I want to print it out and then I want to paint them and sell them. I think that'd be really cool. Number one, I just want one because I want one. I want one for myself. But I think that would be a really cool thing to sell on my channel. Like, uh, because like at some point I'm gonna have to go back to working a regular job. I think that's probably the case. Um, but if I can become successful on as an influencer and sell things, then I maybe don't, and then my partner won't leave me. So, um, but I might have to work at H&R Block or whatever, doing people's taxes, which isn't that fun. But you know, that's okay. Jobs aren't supposed to be fun. They're just supposed to be useful. So that's why I have to be useful. It's not all fun and games, like doing YouTube editing, and I actually think it's fun, but it's not all fun and games. Some of it's like, oh, this, not looking forward to this. You know, doing that Mythic Plus series, oh my gosh, 3 hours for a 6 minute video, you know, it's like, oh, but, anyways, guys, I gotta eat dinner. I'll be back tomorrow at noon Eastern time, playing Holy Priest in Mythic Zero Dungeons. So you can. I'm probably gonna move this VOD to members only. Um, Probably gonna move it to members only, cause for the good of the channel, I shouldn't have so many like things, you know? Like this needs to be members only, and then I'll move the other one to members only. But it's bad. It's actually bad for the channel to to have too many things active like within a certain duration. I think. I don't really know, but I think that's the case. So, um, honestly, I should leave that up for. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any plans for a video, so we'll leave it up for until the end of the week, because there could be some shamans who want to see the Mythic Zero run. So we'll leave that up. We'll leave the Druid one up as well for now. I gotta also cut the shaman one too. Anyway, so I'm gonna end the stream, cut the shaman video, and then I'll see anybody tomorrow at noon or whatever, and I'll play Holy Priest. It'll be fun.